Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make a flower display out of a champagne bucket. Obviously you can buy a really lovely fancy designer one. You might have some laying around at home, so you can use a second-hand one. It doesn't even have to be a champagne bucket, it can just be something similar. So I'm going to show you step by step an easy way to transform. To create the look that I'm wanting, I'm using roses today, artificial roses. You are going to need a lot of whatever particular flower you're going to use, because as you can see, the opening in these are quite big, so 1 or 2 stems isn't going to fill it. So make sure you've got plenty of the flowers that you need. You will also need some clippers. You can use wire cutters or you can use pliers. This is to cut through the stems. And you're going to need some foam. Now this is dry foam, it's particularly for artificial flowers. You don't want the green foam for wet. This is dry brown foam. Okay, so to start with, we need to fill the base of your champagne bucket with Oasis. And you might have to have a mess around with all the sizes to get it in to fit nicely, but you can always use more than one piece, but it mustn't move. My biggest hate is when people put Oasis in and there's movement. It has to be firm, otherwise your flower display is going to go out. So if you can see inside, this is really, really nice and firm. Right, okay. Then what we're going to do, for this one we've got 2 different size roses. We've got large heads and small heads. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut all these to size. So to get your size, you need to make sure that you line up your Oasis and that the stem is going to reach. So I'm going to need to take a little bit off of all of my stems. So I'm going to busy myself cutting these to size. To like this kind of length. And then we're going to start putting them in the foam. I started to put some of the flowers in. As you can see, I've done the ones around here a lot lower than the ones in the middle, because the look that I want to create is more of like a domed effect. So to get that, I need to keep a bit of height in the middle. You can see it's going to need a lot of roses to fill. At the moment they're really loose, but the more I start to put in, the more the gaps are going to fill. So I'm just going to continue with all the different shapes, the large heads and the small buds, and I'm going to keep filling until it's really solid. When you're cutting the roses or whatever stems that you're using, it can be a bit of trial and error to try and get the size right. So once you have got the size, keep your stem as a template. So once you've cut one, all you literally have to do is get all your flowers, you can cut them the same, hold it to the bottom and cut it the same. Obviously you've got a bit of movement because obviously your Oasis is down at the bottom, so you've got a bit of movement, you can lift them up, so you don't want to cut your stems too short, otherwise you're not going to be able to get any height on the display. As you start to get to the last few roses, the space gets really limited, so you need to get your hand right inside. Don't be afraid, you can't break the flowers. Obviously they're silk, they're really sturdy, but you need to get your hand right inside. Try to push down on the stem and not the head of the flower, otherwise you're going to pull the head of the flower off. So we're now getting really tight. So it's the last couple. As you can see, we've made it nice and flush all the way around the side, and then I've given it a little bit of lift in the middle, and I think you can see the shape is nearly there. And here we have it. Hope you like it. I love it. It's one of our best sellers. If you'd like to see some more flower arranging, some flower tutorials, or join one of our workshops, then hit a like and subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.